Yeah, man. I just sent this to the wrong address. Great. What is going on, guys? I had to jump on here. Max Payne. It is absolutely fucked. But better days will come, man. Let me present this. Share screen. Right. What is going on, family? Hope you well. Welcome back to the channel. I was just coming back into the house. Felt like coming on live stream, 10, 20 people, having a nice little chat. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, we're just having an interesting discussion as always. I know it's tough out there. A lot of brothers are suffering. And yeah, this is Max Payne. I think we are yet to unpack the true depth of where this panic selling is going to end. I think there's a lot of panic selling at the moment. And for me, this is a classic wealth transfer. Happens every time you expect something, the market does the opposite. And of course, the difference here is in our community, mostly we hold 3 or 4 really, really shit coins by performance, obviously ultra low caps. And that has put a lot of people under pressure. Now, I'm always going to talk about my portfolio collectively, but I'm also going to talk about these losers and what we can do with them, right? If you wanted to free up some money right now, if you wanted to cut your losses, if you wanted to sell your entire portfolio, it is totally up to you. But what I would say is at this point in time, yes, there are positions you can take a loss on if you see a particularly good discount. And I think you can switch that way at max low. I don't recommend that. I'm not going to do that. But overall, I think the current market direction, BTC to maybe 88K. If this continues, you can clearly see the levels on there. But we've been there. The truth is, we've been there before. And I don't see any way out. I do believe that 2025 will give us an extended accumulation period into 2026. I think the cycle could be extended. I genuinely, nobody knows, by the way. But I want to come out here and reassure the community that if we're going to sell something, we better sell it without absolutely regretting or having no regrets. Okay. There is the information out there. And this is something that I've been having. I had a call with a friend who's in our community today, and it was quite interesting. So, one of the things we spoke about was how this cycle, I mean, I have been duped out of some good bags into some shitty bags. And I'll give you an example. So, I sold H bar, render, XRP, veracity, which is obviously hasn't ripped yet. But I sold all of these back in 2023 because the direction of the market was, yeah, we're going to get into some of the good new cycle crypto. But what does the market do? The market goes back and does the opposite, goes back to ISO. I spoke about on this show, we talked about Algorand. And I said to people, I actually even played the video. I said Algorand is gonna run based on what they're doing with micropayments. And guess what? Algorand was one of the ISO 2022. I sold my H bar way prematurely, but then he went on to do 14 cents from the lows that we had. I sold the bag before that for about 5 or 6 cents, came back down, came back to 5 cents. Nobody would touch it, and then it went all the way back. So could this be a potential opportunity for us to restructure things? Could this be an opportunity for you to look at your portfolio and talk about what you want to cut? Like if push came to shove, what would you want to cut? And I would probably say, sorry, what is this? Let's just change this. see what happened in August. So this was the list of coins from the August dip. I wanna try and show you something here. Right. So as of February 2025, okay. So if we look at the last 24 hours, okay, and this is why sometimes the only way to confront a lot of noise is actually looking at things in perspective, right? So we meant to look, Bitcoin's going to go wherever. It could go down, it could crash, it could take our alts with it. But ultimately, there are 2 points I want to make. One, everybody acts very smart after the event. Everyone is wiser post whatever the situation is. So you're going to get the same behavior, same psychology when people start making 10, 20, 30 X's or whatever. It happens all the time. When you start seeing screenshots of multiple millions or thousands of dollars in a portfolio, and that phase eventually will come. There are some caveats to it, but if you've been in the space for let's say 12 months, and you have right now you're sitting on a portfolio which is say $50,000 or $10,000, whatever it might be. The moment when you started, the chances are you dollar cost average into the market. Okay. And I want to be very rational here. I have no motive in saying otherwise. So what you want to do is dollar cost average. No one's going to sit on 40, $50,000 in one shot. So the chances are that money is made over 24 months, 36 months, 12 months, whatever the duration is. So this idea of selling everything and just waiting for the bottom, it's against human psychology. It's against dollar cost averaging. It's against everything that you have to do as an investor because the FOMO on the other side is way too strong, right? The other thing as well is nobody in their right frame of mind, when certain projects were at least in a bit of profit, nobody sold because at the end of the day, if you're macro investing, what you want to do is you want to take your investment into the parabolic phase and see an alt season. Now, between that and getting there, you got to survive. You got to be alive. So, one way of doing something is to be able to trade narratives. We've done that to a degree of success. We had rug pulls, we had successful ones. But if I was tell you, like for example, one of the controversial tokens or projects that I speak about or I used to talk about a while ago was Mint Layer. But Mint Layer has done 37% off the bottom. So there is interest, right? Might be a shit coin, might be something you don't want to buy or hold. But ultimately, point I'm making is people are dollar cost averaging. That's the best strategy. That's the best thing to do over a long time. No one's got 40K to throw into the market at one go. And nobody can time the bottom. Nobody can time the top. We've known that. And we have been either we've prospered from that or we've been victims. Now, what I'm looking at is I want to scrutinize my losers. And in the last 7 days, if you told me, or if I told you quite simply a random statement, hey, Mint Layer has been up 37% for the week. Yes, according to everybody, it's not done anything, and everyone's absolutely everybody's lost money or are pretty much underwater. But here's the thing: those that sold yesterday or last week, it was around that 5-6 cents, right? So it's already actually giving you, if you held it for the last 7 days, you've had a slight recovery. You can sell it today if you want because it's up 37%. You can cut your losses if you want. All I'm saying is this: we often try to build portfolios and we try to dollar cost average into what we think will help us. Is the strategy absolutely right all the time? No, no, it's not. And I think for me, anyway, as I was talking to one of our community members today, one of the things that was quite striking was how all of the big crypto people have said, for example, old cycle tokens and projects, Never going to run. XRP, what? It's in litigation. Guys, it's absolutely imperative. Honestly, the the time has come for you to make a choice. If you're selling, if you're in my community and you want to jump out and sell, I can wish you all the best, but you're making a big mistake. Please don't do that. From the bottom of my heart, it's not like a lot of people make it out to be like if it's a DXP thing. No, every single community, I can show you tons of projects that we share with multiple communities, and they're all absolutely suffering. Now, does is there a sense of accountability? Is there a sense of from from for example my side? Yes, I've got a lot of things wrong, and I've got a lot of things right. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna turn around to my community and say, yeah, my strategy has been proven right. Absolutely not. Just because I have more money to play, I can perhaps weather the losses in a bigger portfolio. But at the end of the day, if you look at the usual suspects, this one here, yeah, absolutely. All those people that didn't dump it, well, they can dump it today because they're up a little bit. Still way to go. This should be on average above 20, 30 cents. But if you look at this, let's have a look at. So here's the biggest movers in the stuff that I hold in the last 7 days. So Ava, I mean, again, this is absolutely a degen play, but it's up 74%. ML is up 37%. Steady up 34%. Dev 11%. TET 5%. Eagle, yeah, you get the picture there. Alpha's down actually for the week at 81, and there you go. So these are actually performing slightly better than some of my larger caps. So even though the larger caps actually, like for example, Casper has been a stable coin for me. Do not make the mistake. And I do agree. Like, look, this comment here, mint layer is finished. So okay, it is finished. But if you're like, would I hold this like in any other situation if the price or the exit point I'm looking for is achieved? Absolutely not. I will sell it. My point is, Jake, whilst I agree with you, and a lot of these cryptos are down, where I disagree with people is just that, people are saying, okay, if you want to sell, absolutely sell. There is nothing I can make you do when it comes to buying and selling crypto. But what I'm telling you is, I've held on to this stuff, and I do believe I'm going to make generational wealth for my family, for myself, because I'm not going to psychologically torture myself because crypto is down 24 hours. It swings and roundabouts. Actually, it's been months of downtrend with some of these. But if you look at this, if you continue to scrutinize this, my large caps, by and large, are down slightly more over the last, say, 7 days, last 2 weeks. And if you look at, again, let's have a look at the volume, because volume is quite important. So this is an indicator for me. The SUI volume, okay, which has been averaging well over $1 billion, is all the way back down to what, 653 million. And the other stuff as well. Look, Toshi, what's the market cap for Toshi? Between yesterday and today, Toshi has lost $100 million in market cap. So, and there's an important comment here. This is very important. And Todd, very good comment here, because all of the coins now, I think influencers are going to have big influence on what pumps or not. And I think influencers are going to have a yeah, to a large extent, but they could also ruin people. You have to remember how we got here, right? I'm always going to I'm going to take my own accountability and say, look, I present these things. Perhaps I talk about things more than others, but overall, it's up to the individual to make the execution and doing that research. But I do think influencers are very important in this space. But where we've been wrong is judging this as to what we know, which is prior cycles. And I think everybody and their dog can admit the fact that allocating into micro caps perhaps wasn't, for me, it wasn't wise for me to sell Render, which I bought at 54 cents. And I did sell it at $3, but I could have literally, could have held on to that. So what I would say is volume wise, if you look at these cryptocurrencies, right, volume across the board has absolutely tanked. Absolutely. Like tokens right now, decent tokens that we're doing multiple millions of dollars are now really, really struggling. So guys, do not sell your crypto. If you want to get out of the shit coins that we've got, definitely sell those. I mean, I'm not paid to promote them. I'm not associated with the teams, but all I would say is take this thing out of your mind where you're like, oh yeah, I should have waited February 2025 to buy crypto. That is absolute bullshit. You wouldn't know. Nobody could do that. Nobody could sit down for the last 4 years, come up with like 50, 40, $50,000, especially if you're working a 9 to 5 job. So that's my overall thesis. I'm incredibly bullish. I think the cycle will be longer. And why would I be otherwise? Listen, Trump, for all his faults, we know he's a pro. He's got a company buying crypto. Like, for fuck's sake, like, it doesn't get, there's institutional money, there's retail money, there's meme coins, there's all kinds of stuff. The bear market we're going to have, it's not going to feel like a bear market. I genuinely believe the big stuff will crash. There will be projects as usual that come from this, say, top 1,000 out of 40 million cryptocurrencies. I think you're looking at the top 500 coins, the top 150 coins, and of course, within that, the top 500 to 1,000 coins maximum. So you're probably looking at 1,000 cryptocurrencies across 42 million. So anyway, that is the reason I came on today, was to reassure people, because people are losing their shits, man. And I don't think people should panic too soon. Again, I'm not adverse to the idea that you should sell. I think you should always sell. You should always, you've got, for example, now we're way better in dealing with that, especially when it comes to exiting some positions. We've got Pete in the crew as well. We read the charts, the fib extensions if you wanted to take, but nothing has been worthwhile in taking profits. So that's it. Do not panic. Don't lose your wits. Keep it together as much as you can. And one day we will definitely make it into the promised land, guys, for sure. Talk about the man, Jake. I like your portfolio, bro, but Tectum, I think, is a fairy tale project. Yeah, it's a pile of shit. It really is. I mean, listen, it's done well before. It could come back, but I'm not, Jake, I'm not holding it because I love it. I'm holding it because I think $10, $15, something like that, I can eject. The thing is, I'm not most of us are in a hurry to sell projects because we see a shinier object, a fast moving potential. And if you do, like, say, for example, let's say you had an investment of $1,000 left in a shit project, and you got an alert for something that's going to do 2-3x, by all means sell it, because ultimately you could get into something that gets your money back, right? And that's what people are missing. Like, yes, sell it, but make sure you position yourself to have a decent win so you can actually get everything back that you've thrown into that project. But yeah, very valid point. I think no one's loving these tokens, man. I think if you look at, for example, the usual suspects, so we've got, with the exception of Alf, which is, I think, I'm probably the person who spoke about or speaks about Alf and based AI the most. There are bigger people than me in based AI. There's Kyle Chasse, there's Virtual Bacon, there's also the the other guy. I don't know what his name is, but he's done some excellent work on based AI. But if you look at the usual suspect, Tectum, AI Tech, you've got a collection of projects. Out of all of those, I think for me, the best AI project or projects I'm looking at this dip is, for example, one that has a tremendous strength is, and I don't hold this by the way, I have spoken about this. I have posted a buy alert at around 11 cents for the community. But one of these is TAS AI. Because if you look at TAS AI, yes, it's down 11%. Market cap is at 160 million. Could actually be even lower than that. But chart doesn't look bad. The volume is decent, right? And this is probably the one of the best influencer coins I can think of, right? So you can actually look at the market cap and you can go into, and again, this is on Bybit as well. Volume is very good. And you can actually look at the look at that as an alternative if you wanted to adjust your portfolio. Another one that's actually in my portfolio that's performed rather well is Cubic. Now, what they've done today is they've obviously put out a roadmap with a couple of bullish things. One for me was the MetaMask integration. And the other one was a tier one exchange listing. And why do I like this? The prices are, historically low. I mean, the lowest was $1,300 per billion. Having said that, what they've done is they have communicated very well with their community. Excellent. Like, I can't fault them for that. And in their roadmap, if you look at their roadmap, they're very explicit of what they want to do. So look at this, Q2, right? Q1. So they've got this thing, hackathon, and a few other things. They've got the custom mining for proof of concept. So then you go into Q2, and they've got obviously ecosystem fun, Rust SDK, Ledger integration. I love this. I absolutely look. January 21st. This is what I'm expecting projects to do, lay things out. And again, DApp in app browser, in mobile wallet, and they've got a tier one exchange listing. Hello, that sounds good. And then you come to Q3, and they've obviously got here they've got Oracle platform, Cubic halving, and of course they've got a few other things there. And then you got Q4 network security audit, tier one exchange listing. So that's number 2. And then they've got other things there. So in the next 12 months, what Cubic have done that other projects haven't done is they said, this is the clear roadmap. We're going to have tier one listings. And the first of those tier one listings is in Q2. For goodness sake, that is very clear, right? It's very clear. And I know sometimes, I've got all my, listen, I love based AI. I've been absolutely shafted, but so has everybody else. But you've got stuff like that that's just going quietly, getting on with the business. And I think that's very, very smart thing to do now, looking at things that are going to do really well, decent volume moving forward. Alaikum assalam, bro. I agree with you. I think this is going to be the longest cycle ever. And again, nobody knows. So all the so-called experts, nobody knows. And I think a lot of us, no one's saying this on YouTube, guys, but everybody got it wrong. Everyone got it wrong, honestly. Double top, March 2024, right? Pre-halving top, big signal. Then we've had a period of recovery, but not enough. People are breaking even with their portfolio, or even if that, but not enough to go and take life-changing money out of the market. So over a long stretch of time, the best thing to do is to dollar cost average. You'd be surprised how much money you can make back and how much you can gain in this bull cycle. But I'm not selling. Like, I'm only selling what I consider to be shitty dead projects. And even that, because I'm prepared for them to go to zero, I'm going to wait until there's a bit of life and take some of that money. I still, you still have Monad, Gonzilla, you've got Kai Network, uh, we've got actually two massive pre-sales in our community, two kind of like top tier projects that I'm going to be giving the community an opportunity to actually, um, I'm talking about they're going to do several different launch pads at multiple $1 million valuation. So that's going to be very good. But often, sometimes, some of the good projects, whatever money we can rescue out of shit coins, we can have a successful investments into other good projects moving forward. Um, yeah, look, Steve's on the spot right here. EVs are pretty low at the moment, anyway. That is, yeah, I'll definitely check that one out, bro. But that's facts. Dave said, "Look, Bitcoin's chilling at 100K. Everything is fine. Yeah, everything. Look, even if we've actually suffered worse, and I do believe next time we dip, we'll get a quick correction, quick V-shape recovery." Um, Hakeem, thoughts on Mavia, please. Is it screwed? Well, look at the look at the price today. Is at 40, what is it? 43 cents. Somebody in my Discord pointed out this will actually go maybe all the way back to 40 and a 14 million. But look at the market cap to volume ratio, right? A lot of it is leverage, but at the same time, 7 days lost another 32%. So from now, I'd say there is interest, but because of the volume, but I don't really have I need to see a lot of things here, and right now it's one of my uh, semi-dead projects in the ventilator. Recovery will be good. Again, gaming season, other factors, but what I'm not liking is the activity from the team, and I think that is where this project ultimately is gonna either rise or fail, and it doesn't encourage. I'm not encouraged by those basically those bastards in that Heroes of Mavia who don't really respond. I'm not sure what's happening. I left their Discord, and I'm not sure what's really happening. But it's as good as at the moment. Volume is very good, and market cap, everything else is down. But look at all these projects. You know, look at these. Gaming tokens. One thing that I would say that most people are going to miss out on. Sorry, I wasn't even sharing the right screen. One thing that I would say most people are going to miss out on is this one. This one is, keep this on your radar. This is $8 million market cap. It's called the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. I did post this prior to this pump, made a little bit of money, and then I had a massive correction. But keep your eyes and ears. There are two projects, one on Sol, and the other one is on Ethereum. And this Ethereum one has decent whales. But ultimately, what will happen is if that news progresses at bullish moments, it will actually make you good money. So yeah, it is at the moment a meme coin to celebrate the to celebrate this strategic Bitcoin reserve. But yeah, very, very interesting to keep on your radar. Yo, what's Caveman saying? Sentio Protocol is going to move. I have faith. Yes, Pete. Yeah, we did look at Sentio previously. I think it's a decent project, and very interesting. Is someone here? It's the first time I've got a Cubic comment, and I've been talking about Cubic for a bit. Cubic is the best layer one and AI coin for 2025. I think it's bullish on the strength front for me. This is it's got a few good things happening for it. And if you look at this, look, we obviously all have kind of short memories in crypto, but this is one of the largest declines in a crypto project. This was literally the chart tanked incredibly and a huge FUD, the largest FUD you've ever seen. And obviously, a lot of cubic investors were worried that this is going to go to zero. Has it done that? No. And I think the same is what's happening right now with based AI. Get a few more exchanges, and all of a sudden, right? See people getting out. This is well price movement here in the last 24 hours. You're starting to see where the price is right now. And it's got to hold these levels. Based AI has to hold these levels. But what I would say, Cubic is available on more exchanges. So even during the FUD, it was available on more exchanges. And the FUD was more like it was absolutely horrific. It was the guy Shy from Casper who was absolutely ripping Cubic to shreds, but it has survived. And I think at some point, once we get this conversion happening with the psychological number and the remuneration of based AI, once we get consistent marketing, and the fact that obviously it's not dipping below $2, I don't think it is. A floor is established there, has been historically a very good support level for based AI. I'm not going to worry too much about this one. I'm not going to worry too much. There's a lot in terms of within the ecosystem that will take based AI to where it needs to go. So if you're holding it, if you've been holding it for a while, you know, um, well done to you. Just stay patient on it a little bit more, and we can see better days. But truly, the surprise for people on based AI would come if all of a sudden we find out 5 or 6 crazy in the market AI agents are running on based AI. I think then people will definitely have egg on their faces, because I do believe you see this bad boy is one of the people that are supporting this project. I don't think the project survives on a whale alone. Whales can be a positive and a negative to a project. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully, no doubt, Cubic is a solid layer one. Based AI is a solid layer one as well. We just want to know what all of the creatures' codes, where they're going, and what listings they're going to have. Do. Yo, breaking news. I dumped all my bags. Damn, bro. Market manipulation. Yeah, absolutely takes it a coward. No way, bro. I can't have the caveman selling. Market manipulation to all of you. Yeah. We can wait out. Look, I think that is a beautiful, like, that's the point right there, man. Like, too many of us are you work so hard to get the money. I understand that. People are putting shifts in, working very hard, bringing their life savings. I know several friends, even from our Discord, who are totally at loss with this shit. It's not been easy, but ultimately, if we were having this discussion, it really does feel like a bear market discussion. This is almost like, it reminds me of, the lows. It really does. I didn't think in the last 3 years, I haven't actually felt my favorite year was clearly 2023 and the latter parts of 2021 as well, because you had the market crashing and we were able to buy um, projects that we wanted. But very, very important, live life. I think, Peter, that is one again, one of my own personal experiences is that I've decided not to critique things to the point where it's going to get me upset. I think mistakes are made, lessons are learned, recovery is made in crypto, and then people say, What's happening?" So the The only time I've seen euphoria was not even a week, like 40, 48, 72 hours, few days, and people were very happy to see, that we had that week where we really made up realistic ground um on the portfolio side of things. But I wouldn't worry too much, man. You could always argue what's dead cannot be killed. Yeah, look, virtuals is a monster. Is one of my biggest regrets. So I released a buy alert for virtuals, and I bought I think at the time it was $5,000 worth, and then I was like, nah. If I'm holding virtuals and spectral AI, both on base. So yeah, it was, it will be one of those things that continue to go insane. But someone's asking about Trump. Now, let me tell you what's happened, right? So, if you do bear with me 1 second, uh, the Trump meme actually was very. Look, is it good for crypto? Ultimately, the answer is yes. And I did post this as the news developed when he launched this coin. But something is not 100% right when you have obviously the president of the largest, most important country in the world doing this. They've already made their 400 million or $1 billion or whatever they did. Money's been made, and they're using that money to actually buy crypto through World Liberty Finance. Now, there was a talk of a backlash within MAGA, Trump's crypto grab. This is bad. Look, these are not ethical times. And some people even said, I was one of those people shouted, man, bring back Gary Gensler. But ultimately, you've got to see this as a positive. Why? One, even though they pump in Solana, they're buying Ethereum. Two, this is the president of the United States buying crypto. This is not the days when you had to hide your wallets and think of Gary Gensler, and crypto's come so far. You've got Jerome Powell talking about banks holding Bitcoin as in custody. For goodness sake, if you haven't seen what's happening in crypto till now, the only thing that we're suffering with is the consistent shakeouts. And for me, this is possibly one of the most. But Trump's not going to have a stock market and a crypto that he campaigned on going to shit. So I think at some point he wins against the SEC. Money printers are already up. The M2 money supply, right? So the US money supply is rising. M2 money supply has jumped 3.9% year on year in December to 21.5 trillion, the highest since August 2022. This marks the ninth consecutive increase after 19 months of decline. Since October 2023, the amount of US dollar in circulation has risen by 870 billion. The money supply is now just at 190 billion below all-time high. Okay. All the while, inflation in the US has surged again. The purchasing power of the US dollar is in eternal bear market. So things are happening that most people will not care about, and the market will be awash with money very soon. That Fed balance sheet is going to be quite important. Bro said clarity on whether AI tech is actually built in and has obviously uh Bank of Big Head. Love the name, man. No, the data center is real, man. Um, they can't fake the data center. That's actually a unique selling point for AI tech. So I don't agree with the fact that there's There's issues surrounding that. Of course, data with DeepSeek, you've got to be you've got to see the bigger picture that's happening within crypto or within AI actually right now. But I don't. This is not fake and has been verified. There's been videos and all kinds of stuff. Now, this is a project that has a Bybit listing. All right. Sorry, hasn't got Bybit listing, but it does have. Let's have a look. Recently added crypto.com. Is it listed on Bybit? No. Mexi is where it's doing most of the trading. From a volume perspective, let's have a look. Yeah, Pancake Swap and BitGet are the two major exchanges where AI tech trades. What I would say though is this: AI tech and this whole entire smaller AI coins, because that's what it is by market cap. It's way below $100 in terms of valuation. The team is there. The team is there. So whilst others you could accuse of not showing up, not posting, not taking questions, AI tech obviously is very active. And I think, once we get the next phase, it should be, this is a project that's quite closely associated with one day perhaps listed on Binance. I would like to see some other exchanges as well, but you've got most of their guys here and consistent updates. And I think you'll even see the old man building the data center in Romania. Why Romania? I'm not sure. There's plenty of, the team is based in Dubai. I think they wanted to be closer to Europe. But yeah, AI tech should be okay at some point. It should do really well at some point. Should we bring DeepSeek AI LLM to our AI marketplace? Of course. And that's what you want. You want active, engaged community, and it has that. Price action is not there for many cryptos, but at least it's there. Now, my brother Tooth, hope you're doing well, man. DAI. So this is something that heavily me and my brother Cave have been buying previously, and then he went all the way to $1 plus. That would have been a perfect moment to sell. Obviously, everybody then said it's going to $5, and that's my example. That is the example. Unless you're up 500% or 1,000% on a project, I mean, could you consistently sit there, buy low, sell high, buy low? You can deploy a spot trading bot through an exchange. I think that's something that we can look into. But the brother asked me what my latest thoughts are. Now, the market cap is peanuts now. My thing was, and I reached out to them for a Q&A session, okay? And somebody came forward. And I personally did not like the answer the person gave me. And big up to that brother if he's watching. If anyone from the DEAI team is here, more than happy. I can drop the link for conversation. But look, Nvidia has lost massively recently, right? Of course, you've got the team putting those partnerships up, and you've obviously got these different things. But what I haven't seen, some of the team members are doxed, and I think Cliff made a point last night. You don't have to dox everyone. But what I did was I said, look, guys, can you come on my channel for an AMA so we can talk to the community? Somebody came forward, and then for some reason he was like, yo, once you're in the Discord, just tag me. So I thought, what do you mean tag you in the Discord? We're doing this. And then he came back to me and said, no YouTube, no video. It's like, what the F you talking about? I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I have to report back my findings. And I did not like that. So right now I hold something in the region, and I think Chiller knows in our group, around 100,000 tokens there, give or take. Um, but at the moment, I'm treating it as a high risk, high reward bet. Is it better than the likes of Based AI, Cubic, especially Cubic? I would say at this moment, no, because the drop in terms of the price and the stability is not there. But I do have a lot of high hopes, and I want those guys to come forward and be welcome to take free, absolutely questions in this wonderful community. That goes for Based AI, that goes for Cubic, that goes for AI Tech. A lot of these projects, once you invite them, and that's why I have so much respect for Cliff. Cliff is a genuine, and this is Cliff from Dynex. He's a genuine human being because he would talk about Dynex, but he will talk about the market too, and he's not afraid of answering tough questions. So my feeling right now with these guys is let's continue to monitor them. Let's continue to watch them. You know, at the moment they're not the best thing since sliced bread. They are very coy with certain things. If they can challenge me, if they can come here, somebody who holds a significant bag right now of the 01 Labs, then great, come on here anytime. Uh if any of you believe me, yes, yeah, give them that finger, bro. Uh we should have 40 to 50% drop from BTC based on the last cycle. Yeah, Dean, look, that would be incredible. I think the institutional interest in crypto right now doesn't perhaps maybe allow that, in my opinion. So if we do that, then that would be incredible. That would be incredible. Um, Yo, Dex, I'm good, brother. Hope you're well. See who else up here. Yeah, these are good sleep points. Cool. Yo, get the balls out, bro. I love that. We could drop to 60K. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Look, there are two schools of thoughts, right? Like I think the altcoin game is on a knife edge. I think the February was the month where we start seeing at some point Bitcoin dominance dropping. But at the moment there's no sign of that. But that would be insane, bro. His face collecting jelly beans. Yeah, this is balls, man. I like that. I might actually go and make some extra cash with some of that, bro. And yeah, I think guys, we needed this live stream tonight. But I'm gonna try and get. Listen, if anyone in the community wants to come on, I don't know if Pete is there as well. Last 10 minutes, let's have a little bit of fun. Your cave or anyone else. What is this all about, Jake? Deleted my mate's chat. Caveman is. Nah, Jake, I can't accept that. Caveman's a real brother. Please, look, guys, stop this. Yeah. And for anyone else who obviously wants to have a chat, Dean, perhaps anyone, grab the chat link. Cave, any one of you can come on here. And yeah, let's be civilized, guys. I think the chat is full of yo, Zilla. There's a man right there. A legend. My brother. You're all legends, but this guy's a absolute beast mode. Gets down to business, man. Gets down to business. How are you, brother? Good to see you. And guys, anyway, if you're feeling if you're feeling afraid, I can understand. Okay. As I walk through the valley, shadow of the valley of death, should I do a Coolio? Guys, honestly, I've got a back. If anybody wants to make money this cycle, like huge amount of money, there's things coming here that are going to be insane, man. I would consider, based on what they showed me anyway, I would consider putting some decent money into some of the new projects. Yeah, Marvia, 35 cents, bro. Yeah, that shit is got me down heavily. That would be insane. 10,000 tokens would be worth around 3.5K, which would be epic. Yeah, massively, bro. Next week, BTC retest 89K E full drop. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. That's what we're debating right now. I mean, listen, can you imagine? I mean, this is the time to rob a bank. I genuinely believe that. It's been a real challenging cycle, but look, at the end of the day, we've got, what do we have here? Let's have a look at the dominance. Yes, I mean, look, Bitcoin is going to go. I think this cycle, Bitcoin goes to 200K. I genuinely believe that. And watch out for ETH, guys, because liquidity is flowing back into ETH slowly but surely. And I don't know what you guys think of Sonic. I did post the buy layer at 43 cents for a large layer one. It isn't bad at all. Collecting a lot of 10x's. So here's an interesting graphic here, guys. So end of January, the fastest growing chains by TVL over the past month. Now, Sonic is an interesting one because it pays developers. It pays you to develop on the Sonic network, and it's about 1.4, 1.5 billion in market cap. And the TVL has a massive leg to grow. But if you see the flow of the fastest TVL within the last month, I mean, you can see here some of these coins. ZK Sync hasn't absolutely done nothing yet. XRP Ledger, of course, and the project which I'm actually talking about is actually built on XRP, the first ever, the world's first project, utility project that's built on XRP. So that's going to be absolutely sick. But look, Solana, you've got, look at that. I mean, most of us are degens because the market tells us to buy the shittest of coins. And then we completely ignore the quality stuff. And then later on we say, shit, man, how could this do whatever? How could Solana go from $8 to nearly $300? How could XRP do what it's done? We need to change that mindset. That mindset is part of what's wrecking us. Wait a minute. We've got a special brother in the building.
Yo,
Hey, you there, brother?
yeah,
Loud and clear, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. They got somebody in there telling that I rugged the cave token. I have no idea what they're talking about. I have no idea. You know me, I couldn't even make a token if I tried. But we are all poor right now. Everybody is poor.
Man, before we even start with crypto, what the F is going on in the US, man? Why are all these planes falling out of the sky?
A DEI, man.
Huh?
DEI. Seriously.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was thinking more of
well, you know,
Oh,
I still think it's just ready for the fake alien invasion to come. I don't know, but it's what 3 days? Yes, 2 and 3 days.
but what listen, I'm a believer in destiny. Like your time will always be your time, you know.
Oh yeah,
Nobody
without a
gets an
doubt.
extension. But
Yeah,
how the
it's
fuck
like somebody
it,
walking down the street and you barely get missed by a car, and it's still your
dude,
day to die. Something's gonna happen later on that day and kill you.
the one that really shook me. I mean, they're both shocking incidents, but the one in Philadelphia, was it in Philly, right?
Yeah, the one that just fell out the sky, the medic
What
plane.
the saddest thing was there was a kid, there was a child
Yeah,
who was recovering from cancer or some shit.
yeah. There was a patient on there. I think there was 2 doctors and a relative. I'm assuming one of the parents. I'm not sure, but it
The child really
nosedived.
got to me.
Yeah, it nosedived straight out of the sky. I know. There was a recording, like somebody leaked I don't know if it was leaked or whatever, but like what they were saying to the aircraft uh, tower, and you couldn't make it out. But I honestly don't know. It didn't sound. Everything sounded strange. It didn't really sound like it was on the up and up. But I don't know, man. I just don't see a pilot just going out of the sky for no reason, killing himself. Plus, like you said, a child. That doesn't make any sense.
You know, a child fighting cancer and potentially
And
beating
beating
it
it,
going
right,
home,
right.
and then only to be killed by a plane accident. Plane accidents are very rare, and shit happens. And then obviously the Black Hawk one was the strangest thing. First of all, like
Yeah. Yeah,
how
so
could you not
supposedly
see?
the helicopter was too low. I think the helicopter
Incredible.
was too low. It was supposed to be flying at a certain altitude. But there's also there's another little kick to that one that we have what's called. Have you heard the story about the Doomsday plane?
Yeah,
So okay, so
yeah.
that was in the air too. That was going there at the time this happened, and they were like doing some
Uh,
kind of what do they call it? Where they practice like a dry run of grabbing people like super important, I guess, president. And so I don't know. It's
dude,
really
thoughts and
strange.
prayers to to the victims here, because this is the most horrific thing
Oh, it was
that I've
horrible. I
seen.
mean, 60 people
Last month
just,
as well. Like
yeah.
January had spectacular, and I'm flying soon. I mean, within the next 2 weeks, I'm
Stay
taking
away from
about 4
American
flights.
airports, buddy. You'll be okay.
No, but we've also had the situation over here in our neck of the woods. There was the big one in what do you call in one of these ex-Soviet republics, and yeah, few survivors, but mostly people have, you know, lost their life. And then obviously South Korea, nobody survived. Man, it's a weird time. But I
So
wanted to
it's very
ask you.
strange because it's 2025. As of right now, we probably have some of the best technology we've had, and planes are dropping out of the sky. And
So
then
do you
we
think
got Elon talking about we're going to Mars, but we can't keep playing in
you're
the sky. It doesn't make any sense. But we're going to Mars. You know, I mean, I don't know.
so I wanna circle this back to the US and what's, you know, in our best interest. How can how can people not feel long-term bullish when you're seeing
I don't
shit
know.
like this on the screen?
I don't understand. There's so this whole market is so bullish right now. I mean, we got shitty price action, but I don't understand how people could not just look what has
This is
happened. Look what's transpired in the past just 2 weeks with one story, one event coming right after another. Everything pro crypto. And see, the problem is right now BlackRock and all these big hedge funds, they're actually they put in probably billions of dollars of puts onto the stock market. So they're like betting against the USA right now, which is really strange. Why, I don't
Yeah.
know. But the way I look at it, I mean, everybody knows the stock market is going to crash. And when it does, it is going to be horrific. I do think we have one coming soon, but I don't think it's going to last very long, maybe like a month or two. Then it's going to shoot back up. But I do think that it's better for crypto for the simple fact that once that happens, where's the money going? The money's going to go into crypto. There's nowhere for to put it.
Well,
So that's my thought.
Here's a funny one, right? I agree with you, and I think, look, nation states are buying crypto, and we obviously rest of the world we get a different perspective sometimes because the US, you've got that whole big US kind of not isolationism, but the US is what 50 plus states, right?
Right.
But internationally, nation states are buying crypto, man. Like countries are buying crypto every day. Today, El Salvador bought more Bitcoin. There's an XRP, a grayscale ETF that's going to happen. Things are. I've never seen a time anyway for crypto, which is as crazy as where we are now, and you can't tell anyone hold anything right now. So looking at we've got ETFs that are coming for additional. Sorry, Cave. Can you hear me, bro? So yeah, I think Cave's got some sound issues. We'll try to fix that. So look, you've got nation states buying crypto. You've got. See, there's an echo here. But the macro backdrop. So macro may turn less favorable over the rest of the year, given the heightened U.S. policy uncertainty forecasted for equity volatility, and these are kind of like pros and cons of what could happen this year. And so ETF is one, or the continuation for ETFs into more riskier assets than the two big ones. And then you've got other factors as well. You've got the stable coin issuance. It's going to be crazy, man. This year is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. I think 2025 is going to be very stressful, and I think we get to rest in 2026 at some point. So yeah, regulation as well. A lot of people are anticipating, especially the trillions of dollars sitting on the sidelines. They want a more legal clarity, and that's what the new administration is going to try and get across. But yeah, man, good time to be alive. I love that, Dean. I think if you take the emotions out, that's what it comes down to. I keep DCAing and the market kicks me in the balls, but that's what it comes down to. That's what's going to make you a winner at the end of the day. Yeah, welcome back, Cave. Yo, big man. Yeah, Cave will join us anyway. He's on the call. So anyway, guys, I will. Yeah, for real. Every DCA. Yeah, facts. So you're back at the same amount where you started. So you're basically not doing that bad. your money's in safe hands. Nice one, bro. But yeah, it will pick back up. I think ultimately we've got no choice but to turn things around. You okay?
I got you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, now I can.
Brother.
I don't know what was going on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had lost you somehow, some way. I don't know.
So I just can't. I don't think this is going to be when we look at the positive factors for crypto. I think overall This stuff is huge, man. Nation states, you got crypto moving to the US. Caveman to Mars. Do you copy?
Are you there? Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, did you look, if you don't mind losing like a few bucks here and there or thousands of dollars, whatever the investment is, I think buying strong ones is the only way. Yeah, Caveman, I think we lost you again, bro. Yeah, gaming's been absolutely shit. Gaming has been one of the worst performing sectors, in my opinion. I think gaming situation has been horrific. Gaming has to, at some point, pump. I think good infrastructure gaming will pump. But yeah, it's been tough for gaming. Who's holding BTC, CAS, Aero, Based AI, and SUI? Solid lineup. I think the exposure to some of these kind of low cap gems from here, I think would be quite good because most of them are incredibly down. Yo, Cave, can you hear me, bro? Let's go, Cave. Maybe come back in. Maybe come back in, bro. Who the hell is this paging me 5:46 in the morning? Crack of dawning. Now I'm yawning. Yeah, the only thing I would say, Dean, is that if we learn anything from last cycle, a lot of the stuff has not been repeated, man. This has been a completely different cycle, in my opinion. Of course, there are elements of it that mirror previous cycles, but I think the overall the overall situation hasn't been great. Yes, Kate. Welcome back, brother. BTC is dead. It's going to tell me. I got echo with Cave. Get out while you can, bro said. Yes, brother. Now we can hear you. Speculative asset.
Okay. I think I got it working.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
We can.
Okay. Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah, someone's saying get out. It's a speculative asset. Get out of BTC. I think that is not something we are.
Bitcoin's a speculative asset. Isn't anything speculative? I mean, wouldn't gold actually be speculative too? I mean,
yeah, people don't physically hold gold.
Right. Yeah, I know. For years, I was just buying silver. I mean, I got a little bit of gold, but I got a lot more silver. And then, like I said, years ago, my oldest son had told me about, Bitcoin. He was telling me to buy it $500, and I kept saying, I don't play video games. What are you talking about? And here I am.
No, dude, look, I think the by the time all of these institutions buy most of our crypto, and yeah, there's an interesting debate going on in the chat. If you can see, supply shock. Like for me, an asset that halves every 4 years. Altcoins, I think at some point, majority of the altcoins, I believe, will belong to the casino.
Yes.
And then there will be like few, like say 10 or 20, top 20, the top 100 that become more institutional coins. and then obviously we're left with the retail stuff along with pump.fun and all of that rubbish. But where do you see Bitcoin this cycle, bro?
I'm still saying I don't think it'll do 150. I still think it'll be under 150. I mean, I may
Right.
be very wrong. For the last 3 years, I said 126. That's definitely too low. It's definitely going higher than that. But I don't see maybe 150, but I just don't see it. Hopefully I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that just means all the other coins go higher. You know, and it's not like I don't have any Bitcoin. I do. I just don't ever plan on selling it.
Right.
So the higher it goes, better for everybody, really. My question is where is it going to go in the bear market? That's the question that I want to know.
I highly doubt that BTC will do what it did last cycle and go 15.9 or 15.6. I think those days are over. I remember that night, the FTX night. I remember Superman saying that he's waiting to buy Bitcoin below 10K.
Right. Everybody was saying that.
He was saying like Ethereum to, what was it? Ethereum to 600, 650.
Ethereum hit what? It went down to like 8 or 9, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went. It dumped.
And what did he say? Because I remember I bought some Solana at like eight.
Yeah, man.
It was
I was
860, 870, something like that. I can't remember. Nearly $9.
I saw it, and I did not buy it. I kept saying I should have bought it, because think about it. If you would have put all your eggs in that one basket, say $15, your bull run is over right now. You're done. You're cashed out. You're watching everybody else flop around. You know what I'm saying? You're done.
Absolutely.
If you had 10 grand, just even 10 grand, to throw in at $10. Dude, seriously. You want to beat somebody sipping Mai Tais.
But you know, honestly, what changed the game for Solana for me was Bonk, really.
Yeah.
Bonk was and don't forget, 50% of the supply was airdropped to Solana holders. So
that I didn't know. I just know that I bought a bunch of Bonk on Uphold and made a crap load of money on it, and then watched it all go away. I round trip most of my Bonk. Made a little bit of money, but nothing to where it was.
Yeah, Bonk was the game changer, man. Up till today, it was the largest single airdrop that I've ever received of any crypto. And
the largest airdrop ever, I think, was the one that just came out with the Venice AI token.
Oh, the Venice one?
Yeah. I didn't get any. I didn't know. If I'd have known, I'd have been playing around with that thing for years. So I saw some people on Twitter saying I just cashed out $1.4 million in my airdrop. Like, holy shit.
It's fucking insane. I mean, what similar to that was, Arbitrum was probably the largest dollar value airdrop that I can think of. But what Bonk did was, or what Solana did was, Bonk, I mean, the value that I received in Bonk, and initially it was worth nothing. It was absolutely worthless. Like it was quite cheap. But yeah, I mean, look, the real PG is saying that all my projects that would get triple V airdrop, all my projects, yeah. So it seems like yeah, and he's obviously he was holding that on Tangent, which is a real shame because obviously some wallets allow you to receive airdrops.
Right. Well, I will never do an airdrop again. I told you my story. That happened not too long ago with Lupin.
Oh, recently? The big one? Oh man.
Yeah. Never again, man.
That one pisses me off, bro.
My bull run could have been over. I mean, I had 50,000 pin leak tokens. I got it like a nickel.
Yeah, that's a lesson to most cats, man. Honestly, that really
never
broke
click
my
on
heart,
shit.
bro.
And I knew better. I just figured, hey, look, it's a private Discord. Whoops.
Hey, look, I did a rookie mistake myself today. It's the second time that I committed this mistake. I might as well share it with everyone. The biggest one was sending multiple thousands of dollars worth of Ether tokens to Mexi, and I sent it on Arbitrum instead of
Right.
Ethereum, and
Oh, and it was
conveniently,
just gone.
obviously, well, they don't support Ethereum. But the good thing about sometimes doing that, rather than obviously if you did that on a DEX, you're absolutely effed.
Yeah, you yeah.
You know, yeah, or not even like, because you can, if it's MetaMask or something, you can change it into the network.
No.
But this
Yep.
was like a very good amount of Ether. Anyway, I send them a message. They're very quick to respond. Only problem is now it takes almost 20 days for them to send it back to you, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Really.
But at least you're getting it back.
At least you get it back.
Yeah.
At least you
I
get
mean,
it back.
I was-
They charge.
Yeah. The way they're gonna hit you with all those fees, you know that they're gonna make their money.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting there watching. I'm watching it, and I'm watching each one of my tokens just disappear. Lupin,
Yeah.
Pinlink, Parallel AI, All My Coffee, everything. I think I told you. I called Cliff. I called him. I'm like, Cliff, stop it. Make him stop. He couldn't do shit. He got on there. We did find out it went to Malaysia somewhere, but that's all we could find out. We couldn't get it back. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
dude. It was horrible, man.
We could have sent some of those choppers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let somebody go crash on them. Damn.
Yeah,
you know.
dear Black Hawk, I want you to go to Vietnam and get me
Yeah.
my crypto.
Right.
That
Yes,
is
please. I'll split it with you. That'd have been worth it. Hey, I'll give you half of everything that's on there.
Speaking of which, I was actually watching Full Metal Jacket today with some friends in the garden.
Oh yeah.
I had some people over and they were like, "Oh, movie night. What should we watch?" I'm like, "Fuck it. You don't know Full Metal Jacket. We're gonna sit there for several hours."
Right? Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny? They could never make that movie nowadays. People would be offended, and they would be sued.
It's too offensive, bro, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to measuring things like man's manhood size and all of that stuff.
Right. Man, they got this. My daughter showed me this. They got this comedian. I can't think of her name. Somebody in the chat will probably know who I'm talking about. She's the most banned female comedian like on the internet right now. Dude, she is hilarious because she makes fun of everybody. I mean, everybody to their face. It's great. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot think of her name. Somebody's got to know who she is. But you get a chance, find out who she is and look it up. Holy shit. Man, look, I almost pissed myself. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, she was like, you know, how'd she put it? One of the jokes was about feminists. She goes, feminists are all, what the fuck? I forgot what she said. But she says, yeah, look, if you ever seen a big feminist rally, they put the cute ones in the front and then the wildebeest behind them. It's fucking hilarious. Man.
Dude, I for anyone who's watching, please in the comments, man, what is going on with this XCN token?
Oh, that Oxy, the whatever token. Is that what you're talking about?
This shit's been dead for years.
I know. Mean, so here's I got a so it's BlackRock's beta play to all their shit. So supposedly, let's say supposedly, it's going to be what's used for their transfers. That and this Swift token FWTC or something to that effect. Go look at that thing. That thing's been fucking pumping too, like crazy. Because it's all wrapped up together. They're all wrapped together somehow. That XRP.
Look at this market cap, dude.
It's huge.
This shit was sitting at $19 million, $59 million forever. And then boom.
Yep.
Over $1 billion.
Yep. This watch. I bet you This is going to be within the top 10 by the end of the run. I'm telling you. I had a shitload of it. I bought it for the hell of it just because I heard people talking about it on the YouTubes and shit. And I made a little bit of money and sold it because every time I do that, I just, I hold the shit too long.
So is there confirmation of BlackRock's involvement?
I don't know. They got a guy on that did a video who he linked all this stuff together in a video. Now it's not 100% confirmed, of course, but he does all the linking of each thing, and everything goes back to BlackRock. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. All I know is that as soon as they're finished crashing the stock market, being Vanguard, BlackRock, they're gonna turn around after they make all their money on everything crashing. They're gonna turn around and long it, and I think they're gonna throw way more money into the long than they did to the short. And I think the stock market's gonna have one big, huge rally that nobody's gonna expect, and then that's gonna tank. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna be, especially America, in one of the biggest recessions we've ever had. Because we're getting to the point where we're about to be deflate. We're kind of, in a way, starting the process of deflation now, which is, as you know, bad. But the only thing, think about this, the only thing that the Fed can do is print money. That's it. That's the only weapon they have. Print.
Look at this,
so
bro.
They're going to print. They're going to print.
This is the balance history of BlackRock, right?
Yep.
So while retail is selling, this shit is only going to the right and up.
Up.
I mean, look at this.
I see it.
That's fucking insane, man. Like, and people are saying, "Oh yeah, and these are like, I mean, the bag is mixed between, of course, they've got their Biddle fund. I was just trying to do that, trying to actually try and nail down some of their wallets. They don't obviously, they don't publish everything here.
This is the funny thing. So when you look at BlackRock, they're the biggest asset manager in the world by far, right? Then you got like probably Vanguard next, maybe State Street, I guess. I don't know. That's the names you always hear about. But when you look, if you go to look at their holdings, BlackRock's the biggest holder in Vanguard. Vanguard's the biggest holder in BlackRock. And it's just they keep everything going in a big circle. And that's how they can manipulate the markets.
Right.
I mean, when you look at silver, the reason why I've been buying silver forever is when you look at silver, there's way more paper silver than there is silver. So say everybody at once wanted to cash out their silver. They can't do it. Just like if everybody wanted to go get dollars out of the bank, they can't give you dollars. Not right there. So at some point, it's going to happen. I mean, not everybody's going to come cash their silver in, but at some point within the next couple of years, I do think people are going to start to go cash in silver and gold that they have for the simple fact of we're going to be in a bad place, the economy-wise. I think they're gonna do it on purpose to try to fuck Trump. I mean, cursing you on your show, but I think they're going to do it on purpose to try. I don't think it's going to work, but they're going to try, and it's going to put the economy in a bad spot. But as you know, when the first world dumps, third world dies, so to speak, right? Because the smaller countries, they depend on bigger countries, not directly but indirectly. So that's just my thought on it. I mean, I may be 100% wrong. I'm just a caveman. I don't know, but that's just the way I see
it. So if you look at this, it's quite funny. Let's have a look at. Let me just show you something. You've actually got, a lot of these institutions. I mean, I've been looking at certain transactions for the last few days. It's so hilarious how the moment where most of the crypto is sold by the retail investor, man, the big guys are stepping in, and especially
buying it
some
up.
of the hedge funds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my
Funny how that
brother
works,
here.
huh?
Yeah, big shout out to the game of crypto, man. My brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, join us, bro. Join us. Let's do. I need to do an actual live stream with this brother, man.
Yo, yeah, yes, you do.
Yeah, we'll get him to chat to us. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I mean, when you see these institutional wallets, the one thing that I was thinking about, just off the back of the US coins, because at the same time, there's this whole new narrative that's gonna come out in the major, like in a major way this year, and I think there's gonna be the US
The U.S. token,
US
U.S.
coins.
made token.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, my
yeah.
plan on that is so. I don't know if this is going to work, but this is my theory, and I guess I'll find out if I get caught or not.
Mm.
I'm only. It's just between me and you. Nobody else is going to hear this. Before I bring anything to my on ramp, I'm going to turn around and like buy Cardano or XRP, and then bring it to my on off ramp and then sell it there. And then that way, maybe I don't have to do the tax thing on it if it's a USA crypto. We're going to see if that works. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Something tells me it's not going to work, but I'm definitely going to try. You know, especially since Trump put a hiring freeze on IRS, and he fired those 80,000 people that Biden hired. So hopefully they're understaffed and they can't come catch me. It'll be good.
Well, there's the other factor as well. Things like Chainlink, made in America projects specifically, because now if you go to, honestly, I encourage you to actually look at this page on CoinMarketCap. It's quite interesting. So this is like a narrative within a narrative. Made in America is going to be, and this is what the Trumps are buying anyway.
Right.
Mostly.
Are they
if you look at the coins
saying
here,
Ethereum is? Are they saying Ethereum is? Because they're buying the shit out of ETH.
Oh yeah.
And at some point,
ETH should be number one, but it's not considered as made in America.
Point, and that's going to be the most hated rally in history when ETH starts fucking pumping. Because everybody's hating on ETH right now. But if you think about it, more people are building on ETH than any other chain. And I mean, not just some bullshit fucking, meme coins or something.
So
I refuse to ever buy any Solana token again. I'm tired of them. Way too many Jeeps on that chain.
So here's the US made coins, right? So this is like slightly different from Ethereum, because obviously these are coins and projects made in the US. So you got XRP. Who would have thought XRP has a larger market cap than, say, Solana? But it is what it is. Right. 165 billion. Could this flip Ethereum one day? Who knows? But we do. Like, I'm starting to see some really good developments on there. And if you look at the market cap rankings, so you've got Dogecoin at 45 bill, Cardano, and then interestingly, this is the only one that crosses all of out of everything else. This is the one that is the most solid option.
Chainlink.
Yeah.
Chainlink.
Chainlink.
Well, yeah, Chainlink's in everything. Chainlink's, they're technically an Oracle, but they're in RWAs.
Look, John said. John said the.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, because that's got to go through Congress, and these government officials are greedy fucks. They want their damn money. But I still look. When I talk to people about when we start getting like the taxes, talk, whatever you want to call it, I bring them to Bukele's speech at CPAC when he talks about us paying the highest tax in the world, But why? Our government doesn't even use our tax dollars for what they say. They just print it anyway. So where does it actually go? That speech made so much sense to me
Yeah.
over anybody else, for the simple fact that he called the government out to the government face, and they all clapped for him. But they kept doing the same shit. It doesn't make a difference.
Well, that's insane. Well, check this out, bro. So you got Chainlink there, which is obviously, I think Chainlink will probably see the best in the next run as well. You got Avalanche at 13 billion, Stellar Lumens. Then you got Sui at 11, Hedera at 10, Polkadot, Litecoin, Uniswap, which is actually obviously USA, one of the
So
USA
Uniswap's the
coins.
USA coin? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Aave, Ondo, Aptos as well, and then you've got the likes of Algorand, Render. Render could be an interesting one. Stacks is I've always liked Stacks, but to be honest, it's not had anywhere near the run that it's supposed to have. But the market cap is fairly small.
Yeah, it's good to
Injective.
trade. When Bitcoin runs, you can throw a little leverage on stacks and make some money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to be careful because that fucker will dump out of the blue, though, even if Bitcoin keeps going up. These people start
Yeah, Gala.
on it.
There's our coin there. XCN. I mean, that's insane. Well, you got Puchy Penguins, Aerodrome. We won't talk about Melania.
Yeah, no, that was a big fuck you to all of us, if you ask me.
A Cash Network, which obviously Axelize there. With Dash, Kusama, Blair, there's a few more of these. Interesting. I mean, as you go down in the market cap, you start to see things like Ionet, Arkham Intelligence, Hive Mapper. I think that's a decent, deep project.
Yes.
I mean, you did say that a lot of your friends and some of my friends actually use Hive Mapper in the US.
Yeah.
Making real money.
Yeah, it works. I got a buddy of mine who does that Uber and Lyft stuff, and uses it all the time. Like every time he gets in the car, he just makes money off of it. It's crazy.
Interesting. I mean,
yeah, I think I should probably do it. So when I drive across the longest bridge in the world 4 times a day, at least I can make some money with it. Shit.
So this layer one, I mean, look at this, bro. Nibi at $5 million is also in there. I mean, that you could consider that as not a dead project, but I haven't seen any movement in terms of what's happening there. But Super is in there as well. Very interesting. I think it's a list worth studying.
Right? Well, yeah. Well, Elio, I think he lives in California, if I'm correct. So technically, yeah, that would be. I think for me, and again, I thought ETH. I didn't think ETH was an American token.
Well, technically,
isn't Vitalik technically from somewhere else?
He's Canadian.
Huh.
Yeah. But I think they have an international team. I mean, Charles Hoskinson was a key dev in Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah. But Sui, I mean, if you're taking any of these large ones, I think in the top 10. So in the top 10, it's possibly, yeah, I think Sui is the one. I think Sui is going to run things. Yeah, that shit's going to go crazy, man.
Yes, it is. And I have 0 Sui now. Look, I made a nice little chunk of cash on Sui. I am not complaining, man.
Oh man,
but,
you have.
If I wouldn't have, if I would have kept it instead of rotating all that into these small caps that I did, I wouldn't be down as much as I am right now. Dude, I open up before I look at it and it's like it makes holy shit. It is horrible. I'm down more than I make in like a 2-year period at work. It's fucking bad. Holy shit. All I
that
know is
that
these people better start pumping this crypto before I go crazy. Along
yeah,
with
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else. I know everybody else needs this shit to pump, man.
Listen, ultimately, it comes down to this. I think we sometimes we underestimate the power of a desperate bull market. I think the at the end of the day, the biggest for me, the biggest outlook will be let's see what happens next week because I think this shit, the weekend manipulation, a lot of this is down to squeezing out of every single headline news.
Yeah,
But before you know, I think we'd have to wait and see. Don't forget, Trump administration is what 1 week old, if that.
yeah, yeah, about that. Yeah,
So we still don't have a lot of the hype surrounding crypto coming out of the camp. And
right.
once that happens and ETH gets a move on, I think we will be incredibly incredibly well off, bro. But listen, thank you so much, my man. It's what 3 in the morning, 3:42 in the morning,
Yeah,
and I've
yeah, no, man,
got
you
to
have a
go.
great night. Go to sleep, man. I always forget that it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning over there at this time.
Yeah,
It's like
listen,
5:30 here.
we
So
need your dude. We need your positivity back in the Discord, man. Some of the brothers were
yeah,
looking for you
I
today.
took a little break. I took a little hiatus from the Discord.
Don't
I
take
did.
no breaks because
No. Well, I had a bunch of crap I had to get to. I'm actually gonna hit you up tomorrow and
cool,
tell
bro.
you a story.
You know, we have a new resident in the Discord,
Who?
and I'll show you now. Show you now. Like
Okay.
this brother, you come in, and this brother will literally give you that quick transition to Valhalla, man. And so nowadays, every time I enter the Discord, man, this is what I see. Right, someone's getting literally
I don't see anything.
crucified.
I still see your coin market cap
You
screen.
see anything, bro?
Oh, oh shit. Okay, I see that now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
This
yeah.
coin
There's a lot
is
of pain going on.
down.
There's a lot of pain going on everywhere, man. People are
Listen,
in pain.
I want to tell the Undertaker, man, please don't kill us before we make it to 10x average,
Well,
20x
so
expected.
this is my theory. It's gonna
Mm,
so if you think about it, yesterday before the tariff talk, everything started kind of moving, and then he
yeah,
talked about they announced the tariffs, which to me makes no sense. When if the government says anything, why do people sell? That's the dumbest thing in the world, but it happens. So I think next week, I think tomorrow we're going to start moving a little bit. But then it's everything. I'm not saying next week for the big push, but at some point it's just going to be all at once, and it's going to start running because they're not going to be able to they can't keep ETH down much longer. And I don't care what anybody says, we need ETH to run for an altcoin season. I'm so tired of hearing, well, no, Solana can no. We need ETH to
well,
run
listen
for
to
an
this.
altcoin season.
Your largest trading partner, I used to think it was China, Mexico. Unbelievable. It's like a 400 billion or 500 or whatever it is trade between Mexico and the United States. And I think what's happening right now is because if tariffs, I mean, Canada, I didn't realize how important of a trading partner Canada was. All that
Yeah.
lumber is expensive.
Yep.
All the
We,
timber
we
and
get we
lumber
get we get a
is
lot of our oil straight out of Alberta.
and you get all your oil or a lot of your oil from either Texas and South Louisiana,
Well, yeah, but
wherever,
see,
Gulf of
well,
America.
yeah, well, and that's where I live. Like
Yeah.
if I drive an hour south, man, that's all you just see. You see natural gas plants like crazy. I mean, the biggest gas plant in the country is down here in Venice, Louisiana. And when I say it's
Unbelievable.
big, it's like 5 miles long. It's huge, and they're about to build another one right across the street from it. And Trump got that pushed through to do it. They were trying for years to do it, and Obama would never let them build it. And he got in and gave the okay, and that fucker was up and built. They built, put it this way, they built
Okay,
two,
continue talking.
all right, they built two huge oil
Continue
container
talking. I
ships.
just need to take a leak.
All right.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. They built two
I'll be back.
huge oil containers just to move the natural gas from that plant to other plants down the river. Then they built, I forgot, I don't know what kind of boat it is. It's kind of like an oil container, but it carries, I don't know, somebody in the chat's gonna know what I'm talking about. It basically, they built three to carry whatever this is. I cannot think of what the hell it is. But the money that has been put down here is out of this world. Then the people who live down there don't have, like, it's not a very wealthy area. So they have one bridge that goes over this industrial canal. And they just found out they built a new bridge, but they just found out that in about a year and a half, they're going to start having a toll, and they're going to have to pay the toll, and they have to go across this bridge just to go to the grocery store. So they're going to have to pay every time they go to the grocery store, or go to school, or shit, go buy beer. They're going to have to go and pay this toll tax. So they had this big meeting down there. The powers that be, we'll definitely give you some kind of a, you'll get a discount. So they're thinking, okay, instead of paying the $4 a trip, maybe they'll pay like 50 cents because they're going to do it so many times. No, instead of the $4, they're going to pay $3. So literally gave them what was that 25% cut? It's absolutely insane. So people are trying to move. Well, as these people are moving out, the main guys who run this plant are buying all the land up. I mean, I'm talking, they're buying acres at a time. And what they're doing is they're throwing trailers on there. Now, the people who work at the plant, instead of having to drive back and forth to where they live, they rent the trailers from the executives of the oil company. So these people are double dipping, making money hand over fist. And every time somebody else from the outside comes in to try to buy land to do the same thing, they get priced out. Everybody knows how money works. The more money you put into something, people don't want you to make the money that they're making. It's a long piss, dude. Yeah. I can't even see the chat. I cannot see anything. No? Oh, wait. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Bitcoin will go down 45% after this run. I think the biggest it's going to go down is like 30. I don't think it goes under 70K again after this run. I don't see it, which is going to suck because I was hoping to be able to buy some at like 20K come the bear market, but that is not going to happen.
Yeah. I wish it does.
Yeah,
I mean,
it won't.
not happen.
There's no way. I wish. Look, I didn't think I would, make as much money as I did on Luna, and then lose as much money as I did on Luna. But like I said, my biggest fiasco was the BlockFi thing. With all that Ethereum. That was mine. But hey,
shit happened.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I keep saying to myself. Oh, lesson learned. How many fucking lessons do you need? Jeez.
Man.
I'd be a very rich man right now, not caring if Bitcoin went down to $1,000. I would just buy more at the point, Shit.
The one thing that's actually two things have ruined me over time, and my biggest weakness historically, like especially in prior cycles, was just leverage.
Yeah.
And over time, that's been the best way to make money. Um, the amount of times that, especially when I'm isolated, I got to do something, I got to trade. There's something in me that wants to kind of trade. So
The adrenaline.
over time, I got better and I started to manage risk quite well. But the other thing as well was selling projects. I think a lot of projects sometimes when you sell and then it punts, you just like shit, man. I
Well, that happens every time.
I felt like that. Yeah, and the crypto gods know that. They know
Yep.
they know the
Yes, they
timing.
do. And they love
And the
to do
devil
it
is
too.
the best thing to do. I've always known, like take crypto off exchanges, lock it away, and then lock your cold storage unless you need to swap
Use it.
something.
Right.
Because I think that's ultimately been the hardest thing to do, like selling some good projects.
Well, you know what I started doing? I started
Mm,
using my. I started putting. Like I got a whole other tangent, and I take
mm,
it and I put it and I put it off. I keep one card on me at all times for one of my wallets, right? And the reason why I did that is I would always keep a little bit of money on exchanges, keep a little bit of money on Uniswap, just in case something pops up or something dumps and you want to buy something, right? So by putting everything, and I mean everything, on a wallet, it's like
mm.
I'm lazy. Okay? Yeah, I don't want to fuck it. I'm not getting my wallet out. I'm not going through all this shit, right? And it's actually saved me by just being fucking lazy and not wanting to do it. But you know what I did? I did add. I had a very well. I was talking about it for a while ago. Pair AI.
Mm.
Man,
Yeah.
I looked at that thing a couple of days ago. It was down to like I don't know, like a $300,000 market cap. So I
Jeez.
bought some more. When you get a chance, go check out what they're doing. It it they
It's
got
the
something
pair
going on over there.
protocol.
Yeah, no. Pair AI, Pair AI. Yeah, not protocol. It's two different projects, but they have something. They got something good going on over there. You'll see. I would try to explain it, but being a caveman and all, I can't. I just think it looks cool.
It's actually performing very well today.
Yeah, that it is, sir.
Yeah, up 7%.
That it is.
Sometimes look, it's at 300K
Yeah, it's small.
market cap,
And
and the
I
volume is
started
tiny,
buying it when it was at a
but
penny.
it's actually nice. Damn,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting
yeah. But like when you get a chance, go
stuff.
check out their Twitter. Go check out. I'm telling you, they got something going on. They have something going on. I'm not saying put a big, huge chunk of money into it,
Bro.
but it can't hurt to put a little bit in. I do think it's going to run. I mean, I figure it should at least hit a $50 million
Yo, Dean
market
makes a
cap.
point here, bro.
What's that? I can't see.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dean was like, "Yo, if you started in 2023, you should be a millionaire, but crypto's hard." And I think that's a big sentiment for a lot of people. Crypto's hard as F,
Yeah,
and it's not only player versus player, but also it's your soul and your inner demons and your third man. Everything, your angels, your demon, everything comes out. You sit there
I think
talking
it's more
late
you
at
against
night by
yourself.
yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
just feel like sometimes, we are our worst enemies as investors, because um I don't think it's sometimes easy for people to comprehend. I can say like right now I'm not performing well, but I'm not here for 100% pump or 20% pump. I don't give a shit about that. I want to make a minimum 500 to 1,000 as a minimum, and then I want to make 2,000 and above if I get lucky on some coins. But on average, if I hit a bunch of 10x's and rotate gradually into a good moving horse, as we go deep into the cycle, I think most people will make ridiculous money.
Oh
My
yeah.
biggest problem is people off the bat going to expect $1 million, or I want to be that. That's get a 10K into 100K, get 100K into maybe a quarter of a million, half a million. Try to have realistic steps, and I think 0 to 100 has been the biggest disappointment for many people, man.
Well, it wasn't all that hard to turn literally four figures into six figures. It was hard to keep the six figures. That was the hard part, to keep it. And
Dude,
then
look at the
I did.
value of your Sui bag. Yeah, that got to nearly $100,000.
Yes, it did. Oh, easy. It was over. It was a little over.
Well over $100,000.
Yeah,
So
like I said, I did well on Silly. I am not complaining about Silly. But the only thing I was saying is, if I would have kept it, I would still look and still feel good, rather than, like cringe and like peek open with one eye and like put your hand in front of it and barely look, like when you're a kid and you see a booby. You know how you try and you don't want your parents to see you watching looking at a booby. That's kind of how I look at my portfolio now. It's so fucking bad.
well, I got to a stage, bro. Like I honestly, so for my large portfolio, I know what's in there, and I don't really check it every day. The one that I play with is kind of like my smaller portfolio because it keeps me engaged.
Right.
Um, do you know what I mean? Like I
I
kind of
do. I know exactly. I
deliberately,
know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
because with
I
a
know
smaller
exactly.
portfolio, I'm able to trade a little bit or assess things in a bit more on the moment.
Well, it's
Um,
also I mean, what it does for me is knowing that I have my other one that's sitting there.
mm,
So if I completely blow this one to shit, I'm still good. That's the way I look
yeah.
at it. It's not like, trust me, I don't have anywhere near enough of fuck you money. But that's my little fuck it money. If I lose a little bit of it, whatever. Lose it all, yeah, that would suck, but I still got my other one, and I'll still be good in like 6 months. So that's kind of, my theory on this whole cycle.
So let me make
But
some people feel better. Uh, I in the last. Let's go to the dashboard here. So in the smaller one, I'm down by $16,000, and in my larger one, I'm down by $41,000.
I wish.
In the
Dude, I
fuck,
wish.
man, the last 24 hours, bro. And this was something that at one point I sold. So the height of this portfolio went to. And by the way, I don't really, unless I'm changing something with you guys, I don't really touch this portfolio because I want it to be uh I want it to be the one that I've accumulated the most in, and I just keep it there because some of the tokens that I've sold, they've literally gone into other projects. So if you look at this one, all-time high,
You can't see it.
it literally, yeah, I'm trying to
Okay. Okay. I
I'll,
didn't know if you were trying to show it. I was just saying we couldn't see it. Keep
no,
going.
I'm gonna
I'm good.
I'll
I'm good.
share it with you.
No, no, we
So
good,
this
man.
this this went to dude, this went to seven figures and then crashed back down to earth, and it's been in that downtrend since like the pinnacle of it was 8th of December, and it stayed there for a day. Oh, no, sorry, for 4 hours or something. And the lowest it's been in that time has been, I mean, it's insane the amount of money involved with
Right.
these things. You start to look at this as Wi-Fi money, digital money, despite the fact that you put your hard-earned money into this. But
Into it. Right.
stability-wise, I mean, the top kind of 5 have always been old school. So you got Casper, hasn't moved an inch. Then I got USDT as the second largest holding, and then followed by Sui, Pepe, and then Ethereum. Now, all of those are largely consequence from 2023 and the bear market. I had Solana here as in that kind of top 5, but Solana is kind of like I've cannibalized that into other soul projects. But what's interesting is the next bit in terms of the dollar value. The next one is Alephium, and that's down heavy, but there's still significant money in there. After Alf, we got Based AI. Then we got Elysium AGI, Heroes of Mavia, which is absolutely completely went from.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that thing, man. I don't even know what to say.
And then I've got to say the one that I need to add to is, in fact, I've just added like last week when I posted it, is Cubic. I've added a bit more to Cubic.
Really?
I added.
I've never owned that.
Oh, dude, Cubic is I haven't been losing money in it. So I decided, because I had some stable coins, I wanted to just kind of reallocate that into things that I think have strength, and then at some point would be able to sell the shit ones anyway. But that one's been quite solid. I've got kind of like coming up just under 10 billion tokens. But then you've got AGI. Haven't touched that since last. I did sell a bit when it went up, but I haven't touched that since since our entry, which was you and I entered the same time around 4.5 cents.
Yeah.
And then of course Echelon Prime back to $8. I'm still holding my number of $8.59. That is a good discount. I have to say, Prime's a good token. Then you've got AI Tech, which I did sell half about a couple of months ago, but I still have around 80,000 tokens. And then I've got a bit of Spectral AI, $4.29. That could be a good buy. And then I've got Tectum, 1,054 at $3, valued at what, 3,060. I've got that shitty mint layer, 50K tokens, $3,500. These are like some of this money I can free up. And then with that, then I've halved the Ondo, so I still have 2,500 Ondo. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've got
Ondo. Actually, I don't have any Ondo,
brilliant.
but it interests me so much just because of the BlackRock connection. Like, but when you look at it, it's so the market cap is already it's not small, but
I look at the unlocks.
Yeah,
people said the unlock was gonna complete, and this is what I mean by like retail sometimes takes things and people didn't really understand. I mean, I said countless times that shit's not gonna hit the market all at once.
right.
So
I know one of my biggest bags right now, and I've been adding every chance I get, is Spectre AI.
Yeah.
Spect. I can't stop buying this thing. I can't stop. I don't know why. I cannot stop buying this thing.
It's got good potential. I think from a potential standpoint, bro, like
I mean, it's got everything. It's you can use it on your regular browser. It'll trade for you. It now has trading agents. It yeah. It's I think it's going to be. I think where it is now, at like what, like a 30, 40 million market cap. I think that is extremely undervalued.
yeah. Well,
And
that's an interesting one. I
yeah,
think the the whole AI sector, bro. It's kind of like I I have to. I have a feeling where to make the fastest amount of money, those low caps that you and I trade. By the way, we got pulled last week, and I'm hoping you took the initials out. That's the other subject I had in.
yeah. I did in like $100, but
Oh,
yeah. So I took the initials in 100. So I made $100. But
you know what happened?
yeah,
I was so pissed off with that because it was clear that it did 2x or 3x, and it stayed at the $9 million market cap for about 6 hours. So it kind of gave us plenty of opportunity to sell.
right.
Um,
I thought it was just a little consolidation about the next leg up, and then all of a sudden that
oh,
motherfucker just went straight down.
well,
You know what it reminded me
then,
of? It reminded me of 2021, and then you're gonna remember this. Was it 21? Yeah, I think it was 21. When because I might have told you this story. I was sitting at a grocery store parking lot. I had an Ethereum, a very big Ethereum trade, and a very big Bitcoin trade going at the same time when Elon texted about BTC being bad for the environment. And
yeah,
I was still able to use Bybit at the time, so I was on Bybit. I could not get on there fast enough. I got wiped out. I didn't get liquidated, but I got wiped out. It was horrible because I've
what
never
memory?
seen those two tokens go down so fast in my life with one tweet.
It's if people don't understand what a capitulation is, let me give you time travel, man. So imagine right now, all of a sudden, right, where we are today, we see a headline like this. People think that crypto has just been one up only success story. It's a tough game.
Yeah,
So this is what
it's hard. It's a
obviously
lot
Cave
tougher
is
than stocks.
referring to.
It's a lot
This was
tougher than
May.
stocks. Yeah, worried
Look
about.
at this, bro.
Yeah,
So this is May. For those of you, smash a like, guys, if you were back. But everyone from Elon Musk
this was right
to
around the
Janet
time.
Yellen is
If I'm
worried about
correct,
Bitcoin's
this was
usage.
it. Yeah, I think this was
Yeah.
it.
This was it.
This was it. Yeah.
This was a bigger shit, bro.
And it was nonsense. It's all
Now
nonsense.
we've got a. It was nonsense. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Tesla CEO. Obviously, you know that gives it away, right? Tesla CEO has halted the purchase of vehicle with Bitcoin due to concern. Bitcoin tanked, if you remember.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That Bitcoin tanked like a mother, whatever. And
Dude.
of course, this was a massive, massive F up in the market. The drop was enormous. We also the cryptos that use 1% of Bitcoin's energy potential. Yeah, this was bad.
It
This
was
was a
so
bad tweet, man.
nonsensical. So nonsensical.
Yeah, bro.
But and then I mean, this is my whole thing. I don't know why Janet Yellen was put in charge of anything. She looks like the evil Tweety Bird with that little haircut, and it's just she's not bright at all. I think we might have been watching it together when she was in front of Congress and they were asking her, "Do you know what the deficit of the country is?" And she's looking at the paper. She didn't know it was $34 trillion. Really? You're the treasurer, and you don't know how in debt? It's like, come on. She's like literally looking through it. She's like, let me look, let me see. And the guy's like, you know what? No, I'll just tell you. 34. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's about right. What? Get out of here, man.
That was mad. That was mad, bro. Listen, we'll on that note, it's almost 5 up for me.
Yeah,
So
brother.
listen, lots of love, brother. Let's connect tomorrow.
Yes.
And
Yeah, because I do have a story to
else,
tell you. I do have a story to
yeah,
tell you.
for everyone else, it could always be bad. This is the headline in May 2021 when this man said this was
Look,
a capitulation event. I can tell you right now, man. I know many
hey,
friends who quit.
we are so close to up only. Like we are so close to it. I know, and everybody's been saying it for the last 5 months. It's right there. We can taste it. Just like I've said it 1,000 times. But we are there. We just got to get over this next little hump of whatever the fuck's going on. Or whoever's trying to buy as much as they can right now, because that's what's happening. If you ask me,
Yeah,
they're keeping it down. So that they're keep purchasing everything. And like I said, at some point they're not going to be able to keep it down anymore. It's going to hit that $5,000 mark, and then everything's going fucking nuts. Everything. I don't even really think with the institutional part, I don't think we have to have that big of a drop in BTC dominance this time.
yeah.
We need a drop. I don't think we need it as big as usual.
No, I think there will be other factors like the
Yes. Because if you
USDT
think about
dominance
it,
as well. Yeah,
right, if you look at it like this, I would say 85% of retail is just in altcoins, right?
yeah,
Where usually it was like half and half or, 60-40 or whatnot. But the institutions have the Bitcoin thing pretty much sewed up with it dominant wise. So all we need is to do, and once again, everybody's bitching. Bitcoin's $100,000, and everybody's complaining,
yeah.
because alts won't run it.
Yeah, but I think everybody like once you. I mean, there will be that day when everyone's gonna post their friggin' P&L.
Yep, right.
There's gonna be those that are complacent enough, greedy enough to wait for even more. When you wake up and again, it's one of the. It's like I feel like I'm from a different, and you're from a different century, or we're doing some time travel, or we're going back into the future. Because when you tell people one day you will wake up and screenshot your portfolio with digital money of epic
Yeah.
proportions, they tell you, what are you talking about? I've
What are you
always
talking
been
about?
down.
Mm-hmm.
But
Look,
90% of crypto time in crypto is just a sideways and downtrend after downtrend.
well, to
You gotta
date myself, I didn't have cell phones until I was in my 20s. That's how old I am. Cell phones didn't exist. I mean, you could if you had a fucking briefcase carrying with you, you know.
Yeah, I also used to watch Indiana Jones, so I understand, man.
Yeah. All right, brother. You have a good night, my man.
Thank you, brother. God bless you all, guys. Smash the like on your way out, and if we get enough likes, we'll do this shit again tomorrow. But guys, don't jump, don't sell, and if you're gonna sell, do it with conviction. God bless you all. Good night, and we'll catch each other tomorrow. Thank you so
Good night,
much
D.
for co-hosting this.
I always have fun. You know that.
Oh, my brother, man. Much appreciated. Much love. Take care. Take care,
All
bro.
right, brother. Bye.
Good night. Bye. Thanks, John.